Hey, this is Sanders coming to you with another video. We have been doing fraction, decimal, percent equivalents in 6th grade. So I'm going to go through a few problems with you to help you better understand what to do. The direction says each grid represents a whole. The grid is made up of equal size squares. Write the number of shaded squares out of total number of squares as a fraction, decimal, and percent. So you have 3 things here that they want you to do. They want you to do a fraction, a decimal, and a percent. I love to draw a chart. You can do it however you want to do it. And I just put F for fraction, D for decimal, and P for percent. So this is a 100 block. So all fractions, decimals, and percents are easier with the 100 block because all you have to do is count and everything is always out of 100. So I'm just going to start with my fraction. I know this is a 100 block, so my denominator is 100 because that's my total squares. Now I just need to count how many are shaded. Each row is 10, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65. So 65 hundredths is my fraction. We will simplify that in just a second. My decimal, because it's over 100, I need to make sure that the 65 is in the hundredths place. The first place after the decimal is the tenths. The second place is the hundredths. So that means that my 5, the last number of 65, needs to be in the hundredths place. Now, to find my percent, I just need to take my decimal and move it over 1, 2 places, or if you have a calculator, you can always times by 100, and that will give you 65%. So now you have just found how to create or how to calculate the fraction, decimal, and percent. But now what I want to do is I want to help you simplify your fraction. And you have to know, you have to kind of know numbers either can be divided usually by 2, 3, or 5. That's usually what I go with, 2, 3, or 5. And so I can see that this is 5 because I know that when I count by 5s, they always have a 5 or a 0 at the end. So I'm just going to go ahead and count 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. And I see 100 and I see 65 because they are both multiples of 5. That means I can divide 65 divided by 5 and 100 divided by 5. And so when I do that, 65, I'm just going to count how many it took me to get there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So that means that the bottom is 13. So I'm going to start here 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So it took 20 to get to 100. So this is your simplified fraction. And there you have your fraction, your decimal, and your percent. So try it with number 2 and number 3. Let's look at number 6. Number 6, there is a video on number 5, so make sure you look at all those videos. Let's look at number 4. If you notice, this is not 100 square. So, but we still need to find the fraction, the decimal, and the percent. So we're going to count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So these are 10s. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. So that means that my total of my fraction, the denominator, is 80. And then I need to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I'm just going to count by 8, 8, 16, 24. So that is my fraction. Now, I can't do my decimal because it's not out of 100. It has to be out of 100 or out of 10. I think what I would do is I would simplify it first and then I would reduce it. This time, yes, we can go by twos, but I want to try to go by something bigger than twos. So let's try to do 4 so we won't have to list too many numbers. Let's try 4 because they look like they're both multiples of 4. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. Oh, look, we already found one. Found 24. 28, 32, 36, 40. I'm just going to start here. 44, 48, 52, 54. Ooh, not 56, sorry. 60, 64, 68. Sanders got to think about it, baby. 72, 76, and then 80. Ooh, and there's our 80. So we have 24 and 80 when I count by 4s. So it took me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to get to the 24. And it took me 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. It took me 20 to get there. Now, the great thing about 20, I can get to 100 from 20. I can do that. So I'm going to count by 20s. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. It took me 5 times to get to 100. So that means I need to do 5 times for the number 6. 6, 12, 18, 24, and 30. So that means that my fraction is 30 over 100. So now I can actually write the decimal because it's out of 100 now. So 30 is my decimal and it needs to go in the 10th place. 3 is going to go in the 10th place. But if you want to go ahead and write it like this, you can. But this is also correct. 30 hundredths or 3 tenths. You can always write it like that and take your zeros off. And now your percent, you move it 2 times. 1, 2, 4 times by 100. And you get 30%. Awesome. I'm going to turn the page. And remember, you're still responsible for number 2, 3, 5, 6, all the way through 15. Okay, I'm going to do one more for you. I'm going to do one of the ones that have 2 blocks. So number 12, we're still trying to find our fraction, our decimal, and our percent. Now, because this has a whole, we're going to have one whole over here. Going to have a mixed number, but I need to count the squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 8 times 5 is 40. So that's 40 total squares. And that's 1, 2 on the second square. So the first square is a whole. The second square has 40, but only 2 are shaded. So I'm going to simplify this. So I know that I can go from 40 to 20. And that's dividing by 2. And whatever I do to the bottom, I have to do to the top. So 2 into 2 is 1. So this would change, simplify to 1 over 1 and 1/20. Now I can take this and change it to out of 100, because if it's out of 100, then I can find my decimal and percent very easy. So let's count. We got 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. It took me 5 to get there. So the same thing with the 1. I'm just going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So my top number is 5. So my decimal, if I have a whole number, it always goes in front of the decimal. And now I have 5 hundredths. So that means that that 5 needs to go in the hundredths place. The hundredths place. And then we need to add our 0. So now I can change it to a percent, which is moving the decimal 1, 2, or times by 100. And that equals 105%. Okay, I'm going to leave you to do the rest on your own. You got this. You're such great mathematicians, and I can't wait to grade your papers when you're finished. Bye.